everyone, it's Pamela.
I keep mentioning this and it was such a big part of my life. How can I not make a video just dedicated to this topic?
So my favorite thing in the whole entire universe was ice theater. And oh my goodness, I feel like I have traveled back in time. I definitely miss being in my old team outfits. This is actually bittersweet because for a long time it actually made me sad to think or talk about because I did love it so much. But as they say, don't be sad that something is over, be glad that it happened. To this day, from time to time, no joke, I still have dreams that I'm on ice theater. Either we're in practice or some sort of show or competition, and then I just wake up and I'm like, oh. So what exactly is ice theater? I briefly talked about it in my Get to Know Me video, but of course this video will focus just on that topic and will be a lot more in-depth. Maybe you've heard of Disney on Ice or seen some competitive figure skating on the sports channel on TV. Ice theater is kind of a mesh of that. Or another way to think of it is it's like synchro, but there's a lot more elaborate costumes and hair, makeup, and props.
Ice theater originated in Europe, where it is called ballet on ice.
It is a team sport, and you have a short program and a long program, which is still only a few minutes long, and you compete against other teams for gold, silver, and bronze for second and third place. My team was the Los Angeles Ice Theater, and we were 5 consecutive time national champions and world silver medalists in the senior division in theater on ice. I was on the team for a total of 7 years. For the 5 that we were champions, from the 2007-2008 season all the way through to the 2011-2012 season, and then I came back for the 2015-16 season and for the 2016-17 season. 2017 was my last year when I retired from competitive figure skating. I have earned all of these medals over the years just from ice theater competitions alone. Because we were doing so well, we had amazing opportunities
like earning a certificate of special congressional recognition signed by a member of the United States Congress, and being featured in newspapers,
and being featured in Skating Magazine, which like every figure skater is subscribed to. And sometimes we got special invites to the opening of events, so we were on the news. And we even got to perform at Staples Center, which is now the Crypto.com Arena in downtown LA. Performing at Staples Center was one of the coolest experiences that I have ever had. It makes me a tad envious of entertainers that get to perform in huge venues multiple times a week. That's crazy. It's so much fun and such a rush. I only got to perform at Staples Center twice ever. But then again, how many people can say that they performed, not just went to an event, but performed at Staples Center? So I'm so grateful for those experiences. To be more specific, it was during the intermission of Los Angeles Kings ice hockey games. We would get ready early in the day at our home rink, and then we would drive over to the arena, and then we would basically spend the rest of the entire day waiting to perform. I think that my first time ever going to Staples Center was when I was performing at Staples Center, which is kind of funny. And that was also quite an epic start to my ice theater journey. I had, of course, already been a figure skater for a number of years, doing solo competitions, and I was even on a synchronized ice skating team before I finally tried out for the Los Angeles Ice Theater in 2007. There were some people that tried out year after year and didn't get in. You had to be USFSA, United States Figure Skating Association tested, just to be able to try out for the team. And yeah, not everyone would get in. but by some miracle, I did get on the team after my first time trying out, and I never took that lightly. I was honored to be part of such an incredible team that had already made a name for itself. They were fresh off their win in France with their Haunted Mansion program. That was also one aspect that really made me want to make the team, because I heard that they traveled internationally a lot. They would go like every year to compete in France, which was so cool. But ironically, during the 7 years that I was on the team, I never traveled internationally with them. But anyways, the Staples Center performance was my first time performing with the team, and I have a clip from that. We skated to the song Ramalama Bang Bang by Rose and Murphy, but due to copyright, I can't play the original song, so I had to put some Creative Commons music over it. I am going to play it right now, and thank you to Jessica Terzian for the following footage.
Tonight's Hockey Night Out pack. It's 2 tickets, 2 beers, and 2 nachos for only $52. You can enjoy that at our next Hockey Night Out game. That'll be Saturday, November 17th, when your Kings take on the Phoenix Coyotes. Visit lakings.com or call 1-888-KINGS-LA and buy your Hockey Night Out pack this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, for our first intermission this evening, we are pleased to welcome the young skaters from Los Angeles Ice Theater. Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Los Angeles Ice Theater.
The second and final time that I got to perform at Staples Center was the following year in 2008. Same thing, it was during the intermission of the Los Angeles Kings ice hockey game, and that time we skated to Dream On by Aerosmith. So these were exhibitions. So we have had a few shows or special appearances throughout the year, depending on the year, but the main focus of each season was the annual Theater on Ice competition, which was held every summer. The season would start off in fall in September with a few weeks of tryouts and run all the way through until June. We had the Christmas holidays off, but otherwise we had regular practices every Friday night, plus additional practices as it got closer and closer to competition. And we always had our big annual benefit show in our home rink of Pickwick Ice in Burbank, and then we left for nationals, which was like the third week in June. At the time when I was starting out in ice theater, it was still a pretty new division in ice skating. I actually competed with my team in the first ever Theater on Ice nationals. Before then, it was just an international Theater on Ice competition, because I think there weren't yet enough teams in existence for nationals to make sense, so it was all just clumped together in one international event. But interest in Theater on Ice finally did start to grow, and we were usually home by the 4th of July, so yeah, it was usually a good vibes, feel-good summer. Well, after I finally stopped crying that the season was over. At least for the first 5 years when I was on the team, I really did end up crying after every season. It was just a lot of emotions. The stress of competition was finally over and we were really proud of ourselves, but that also meant that I wouldn't get to see anyone for a long time. It was the end of June and I wouldn't get to see anyone until tryouts started back up again in September. We never really had any goodbyes after the awards ceremony. Usually everyone would just like scatter and go their separate ways, and that was it. And also you knew that things would never be the same again. Like every year is different. You never know who is gonna come back again next year. Most of us did come back, but every year a few of us would not return. And of course we would have new people trying out and new people coming onto the team. So that was an adjustment. All right, so in 2010, there was a shift. The World Championships or Nations Cup was starting to replace the international competition, and my team qualified to go to the first ever Nations Cup in Toulouse, France in 2010. But as you may recall, the Icelandic volcano erupted, and that grounded most flights to Europe, so we didn't get to go. That was quite disappointing, but it was nice that we at least still received this commemorative glass medallion, because it was the first ever Nations Cup and we did qualify to compete at the event. There was even an article written about us somewhere, something like, local team grounded by volcanic ash cannot go to Worlds. But yeah, I don't know what happened to that article. It's floating around somewhere, but we powered through. We still had nationals to go to, and we actually ended up working harder than we ever have before. We actually doubled up on our programs. We skated to Corteo again that year, and we also whipped out a brand new Avatar program in a relatively short amount of time. And I'll circle back to that and I'll tell you what program we did each year. But before this video gets too long, I want to show you my favorite program that we ever did. So in 2011, there was Nationals and Nations Cup again, but from now on, Nations Cup would only happen every 2 years, and you had to do well at Nationals to be able to qualify for Nations Cup. So the second Nations Cup was held in 2011 in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, and this time we were able to compete in it, and we ended up getting second place, which is still pretty good. We were the second best ice theater team in the world. When we got back home later that summer, we hosted a special show called An Evening on Ice, which also featured all the other top figure skaters at the time. So everyone who you would normally only see on TV, they performed in this show. So this was quite a big deal. And I will show you clips from that right now. Otherwise, I will see you all again in a part 2 video, and we can chat more about the amazingness that is ice theater. So if this video has brought back any memories for you of being on a team sport, or if you yourself have been on an ice theater team, or if you had no idea what ice theater was and you found this video to be interesting, then please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment something down below. And also, I just want to take a moment right now to thank Anyone who has ever come to watch one of my solo performances, one of my synchronized skating performances, or one of my ice theater performances, I thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Just thank you for your support. And one final quick little note. So the original music for the clip that you're about to see, it's Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, but once again, I needed to put Creative Commons music over that. And yeah, the character that I played was Mama. And yeah, I hope you'll enjoy. See you next time.
Thank you, Kimmy Meisner. This group has won nationals 4 times. They were silver medalists at the World Championships. Performing in their home arena, please welcome the Los Angeles Ice Theater. Angeles Ice Theater. I would like to personally congratulate the Los Angeles Ice Theater for their many successes, and above and beyond that, for hosting an absolutely phenomenal show this evening. Thank you to the Los Angeles Ice Theater. Our next skater is a two-time U.S. national champion. He is also a Grand Prix final champion. He is also one of your 2010 U.S. Olympic team members. Please give a warm welcome to Jeremy Abbott.
My friends said they found me on Wikipedia.
Oh my god, me too!
I was on top of the podium watching the American flag go up.
I got my first standing ovation at US Nationals. I was selected to compete at the Olympic Games.
Some of us feel like we've arrived, and some are still going. No matter where we are in our pursuit, we have built our lives around a passion. In the end, we're all friends, and skating is an irreplaceable part of us. We are here because we dream. We are here because we believe. We are here because somewhere in the world, people supported us. Whose dreams will you help come true? Who will believe knowing you are by their side? The Los Angeles Ice Theater and the U.S. Athletic Foundation are proud supporters of the athletes of today and the dreamers of tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back all of our athletes. Your Master of Ceremonies, Leighton Overend. Mr. Entertainer Jeremy Abbott. Give it up for Alyssa Sisney.
and the United States Athletic Foundation. For those of you unaware, there will be a meet and greet session in the gardens just behind the glass over here. For those of you interested in meeting your favorite skater, they will be signing autographs. Again, we want to thank all of the numerous people that put this event together. Thank you to the director of the Los Angeles Ice Theater, Danelle Cole, your master of ceremonies, Braden Overett, the president of the United States Athletic Foundation, Nicholas LaRoche, and his co-chair of the event, Trish LaRoche. Good night. Thank you for coming and supporting both the Los Angeles Ice Theater and the United States Athletic Foundation. Good night.